Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ready Set Pop. My name is Mariel Bastori, greeting you from Mexico City, and I'm joined here by my two beautiful co hosts, my beautiful Luquitas, all the way from Brazil, and my beautiful Mao, all the way from Colombia. And today I want to make a special shout out to Mao, whose birthday was just this Sunday. So, congratulations, me Mao.
Yay!
Hey, thank you,
Yeah,
friends.
that's
Thank you,
our
friends. It
birthday.
was so good. It was a good
Yes.
friend. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Maria. Thank you.
No, no, no. I mean, we always celebrate each other, so now it was Mao's turn. And well, for today's episode, this is gonna be real cool. I chose this topic, um,
Yes.
and I said, well, let's make a challenge where each one of us is going to select three albums, and I selected three albums for Lucas. Lucas selected three albums for Mao, and Mao selected three albums for me. So
Yes.
these are albums that we have never heard before,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
that's the
we
rule.
all went to stock on Last.fm on our Last.fms and see which albums weren't on our list. So this is gonna be cool because I may love the albums I chose, but maybe Lucas didn't, and maybe Mao didn't, or maybe he loved it. I mean, we are gonna discover tonight. We
Yeah,
haven't talked about it, so this is gonna be real cool.
No, no, no.
We just
yeah,
wanted to save everything for today's episode, right, guys?
yeah. It's all a
Yes.
surprise.
Well, uh, maybe not all of the albums are entirely pop music. We
No.
try to go with our tastes more than anything. I'm more into old music, 70s music, pop music. Luquitas is more into rock, and Mao is the R&B guy in this group. So it's gonna be a mix of different albums, but this is gonna be fun. Um,
Yeah.
and shout out to our fans here watching. Adrian, hello. He's saying happy birthday, Mao.
Oh, thank you, Adri. He called me actually. He sent me a message that day. So thank you, Adri.
Oh, hello, Adrian. Okay, so who wants to start? Let's see.
uh, I think it's fair
Um,
Okay.
that you go.
You
I
go
go.
because it's your topic. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. The first one I want to talk about is Brian McKnight's.
Okay.
Let me remember the title of the album. Back at One.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
from
Okay. Okay.
from from 1999, right, Mao?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
What are your thoughts about the album, Mario? What is your perception about the album?
Okay. I gotta be real fair, Mao, because I only knew like a couple of songs from Brian Knight, and mostly knew him because of his duet with Mariah on Whenever You
Yeah.
Call. So, but I
Yeah.
wasn't really into his discography, and I know how much you love him, and that he's one
Yeah.
of your favorite singers. So when you selected this album for me, I was really curious. So
Yeah.
I played it at night once my daughter was asleep, my husband was watching TV, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put on my earphones, but I fell asleep.
Okay.
I'm
Okay. Okay.
sorry.
Okay. I can understand because it's very mellow. It's very slow jam.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I obviously
Yes.
replayed
Yes.
it.
Yes.
I replayed it the other day because I was really tired. Um, so, um, not my favorite from the ones you sent me. Maybe this is one is going to be at number two from the three
Okay.
you sent, but I did notice how why you love it because of the R&B, soul, smooth voice. I mean, he does have a beautiful voice, not one of those tiring voices that you said, "Oh, come on, just I want it to stop." No, he has a nice voice. I liked a couple of songs. Let me tell you the ones. I like one
What were your
called
favorites? Yes, I was about to ask you about your favorites.
6812. There's one
Okay.
called 6812.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually it was the second single for the album.
Oh, mm. I like Played Yourself.
My
And
favorite.
Nima, we are connected. And I liked Can You Read My Mind? I think those were
Okay.
my top three. Um, like I mentioned, it wasn't like the best album I've ever heard, but I did enjoy it as an R&B slash soul album from the 90s. It does have that 90s flavor. Kind of reminded me a little bit Usher's debut album.
Yes, maybe. Of course. I
It
think
gave me
Usher
some
was
vibes.
influenced by Brian McKnight in a way. Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it gave me those vibes because I was more connected to Usher's music, so that's why I'm connecting it now. Um, but I liked it. I am going to listen to more albums by him, and I want you, Mimao, to tell me which albums should I listen to now because I know he has a huge discography. Um,
Yes.
but there were other songs that I found a little boring. Like
Boring. Yeah.
the first song for me was like, this is how an album is starting. I was like, I hope it gets
Yeah,
better.
yeah, yeah. The first one is Last Dance. Yes, that is
Last
very,
Dance.
very romantic.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad, but I was like, maybe not a song that you should start an album with, but it was okay. So thank you, Mimao,
Okay.
because this one I liked.
Okay. From 1 to 5, what is your score for this album?
1 to 5, a 3.
A 3. Okay, okay. It's
Hmm.
fair. It's fair. Okay.
Yes,
Well,
but
I wanna talk about the album.
hmm
Yeah.
This is an album that is very special for me, because when I started listening to R&B music, that was one of the first album that I had the opportunity to listen. So for the first time I knew about Brian McKnight, I was so mesmerized by his talent because he is like a multi-instrumentista, we say in Spanish. Like he plays different kind of instruments. His voice is amazing, and of course, I knew about him because the collaboration with Mariah Carey at first, whatever you call. And then I became a very huge fan of him because I think he is very talented, one of my favorite voices of all time. And this album, I selected this album for Yomi Mariel because this album is very important, like it's a blueprint for the R&B, and it's very influential in a way for other R&B acts that came later, like Chris Brown or Trey Songz, who
hmm
these guys were very influenced by Brian McKnight and by this kind of vibe. This album was produced by Darkchild. So, for
mm
example, in Play Yourself, that is my favorite. You can perceive the Darkchild production. It's very
hmm
very notorious in that song. So thank you so much for listening to the album. It's very important for me. One of my favorite male R&B albums of all time, and it was number 7 in the Billboard 200. So in that moment was so important. I was hesitating maybe to have the other album that is Anytime, that is also one of my favorites, but I decided to select Back at One because Back at One was so important in that moment for R&B music, and in this moment of the 90s, like the last part of the decade. Uh, Actually, during the whole decade, R&B was so mainstream. You know that
Yeah.
because of Brian McKnight and because of Mariah and Brandy and Monica and these people were releasing amazing music. So R&B was so trend at that time, was so mainstream. So this album was so important in that moment, and Brian McKnight had amazing popularity in that moment. That is a shame that he doesn't have that popularity anymore. And it's like a joke that he never received a Grammy.
Oh.
Never.
This is one of never, and it's like a joke.
The Katy Perry
So
of
yeah,
R&B.
yes, exactly, Frank. Exactly. Actually, they are on this list that artists that never receive a Grammy and deserve it. So yes. So thank you, Mariel. Actually, my favorite from the album is "Play Yourself."
Oh,
So we are connected.
we're connected.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mimo. Thank you for recommending this. Luquitas.
Perfect.
I think our dynamic should be different. Like we should tell the album, and like,
The other person answer.
yeah, like for example,
Okay.
now Mal had the chance to explain why he chose, but I think we can go back to Marielle, and she chose an album and why she sent it to me, and then I talk about instead of, because I don't know which one to choose first.
Okay,
So
okay.
I think it's
That's
better.
perfect.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Luquitas, I gave you three choices. Let's start with the Mexican one. I
Okay.
chose for Luquitas, I'm sorry, a Mexican group called Latins, that were moderately famous in the
Mhm.
early 2000s. They recorded two albums. Um, I remember going to clubs and listening to their song Sigue Bailando, and it was so popular. Everybody used to love it. And then I found the album. I don't have it physically, but I found it online, and I I just love it. It was my most played album in 2013. I think it was, yeah, 2013. I was obsessed with that album. So
Okay.
for me, it was very important for you to listen to something from Mexico that isn't so popular like other groups that we have here, like OV7 or Cava, which are
Hmm.
mixed groups, boys and girls. So I want to know your thoughts, Luquitas, honest thoughts, obviously.
Okay.
Uh, I didn't see
Always.
any scrobbling on your last FM, so that's why I chose them for you.
Yeah, you are right. This album was released in 2002, right? Oh,
2002, 2003, yeah,
yeah.
somehow. Yeah. Huh.
You are right. I never heard about this group before, so it was excited and cool to listen. At first, at the beginning of the album, for me, is very Latin, as the name suggests. There's a lot of Mexican roots in the songs, even mixed with pop music, but you can feel the tequila vibe,
Mm-hmm.
like the arriba thing. So at first I was like, I don't think this is my thing. So, but when the track Sigue Bailando actually start, um, I could feel more the pop vibe of the 2000s. Actually, it's
Mm-hmm.
a song that kind of reminds me a little bit of RBD and a little bit
Mm-hmm.
of Kudai from Chile, these pop groups from the 2000s. So this track, I was happy about it. And then Una Parte de Mi Vida, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I like it a little bit because the voice of the guy reminds me Luis Fonsi a little,
Oh,
the way
okay,
he was
okay.
singing. So I was like, oh, this is actually cool. His voice is beautiful. But it was like a roller coaster to me. Like one track I was, this is cool. The other one I was like, "Ugh, I hate it." And
Mm-hmm.
the track A Toda Máquina, uh,
Oh, yeah.
I I hate it so much. It's weird because reminds me a lot
Not my
of
favorite.
Brazilian music. Actually, the type
Oh,
of music we
okay.
have in Carnival
Mm-hmm.
that actually I like, but I like on the party is something that I never listen in my headphones, for example.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, this is the track that I hate the most, but then I type it here. Okay, I hate Mañana por la Mañana Mais. I hate more this one. Mañana.
Yeah, that's like a funny song somehow. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a little um related, and I think they wanted to show something of Mexican culture from the 50s and
Yeah,
60s.
I totally get
Um,
it. Yes.
yeah, that's why, because they say some stuff that was popular from this 50s and 60s. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
not my favorite.
But
My favorite from that album is actually called Another Night.
okay, my favorite actually is the next one. I was kind of giving up, but Vuelvo a Empezar
Oh yes, I love that one
is
too.
my favorite. It's more pop rock, like the voice of the girl singing is very pop and very similar to the girls that I like from Mexico and the Latin countries. So I was like, oh, this is actually a song that I like, and actually is on my playlist now because I really like it. And the last song is the Norte Azul.
The Norte Sur. Yeah.
Is super cute. It's obviously about your country, so I like the way they talk about the passion for your country and everything, and sounds sweet. So I like this one. So it was like a roller coaster for me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hate
it
it.
has
I like it. Yes.
it has a little bit of everything, but I was glad that you
Yeah.
listened to it and that you didn't hate it like 100%.
No.
So
No.
that song that you say, the Norte Azul, was later recorded by another mixed group called Crush, and
Mhm.
then Another Night, which is the one I like the most, was recorded by a Spanish group, SPS, Sal Pimienta something. Um,
Uh-huh.
and there's a song in that album called Ya Estoy. If it's not on that album, it's on their next. That was later recorded by Teretila, our Mexican pop stars.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, but from 1 to 5, what is your score?
I think it's 2.
Okay,
2.
let's give it a 2. Okay, well,
Okay.
thank you for listening to it, Luquita.
No,
Okay.
it was good to listen, and it was not bad. I like
It was
anyway.
it was so funny because you were talking good things about the album and suddenly you say 2 over 5.
And
It's-
yeah,
It's because comparing to things that I really love is
Okay.
far away, So I
Yes,
feel like 2 is good.
I get it.
and I
Fred,
want
I
to
get
ask,
it.
I want to ask Mao, have you ever listened to it?
I know the song Sigue Bailando because it's a cover of another
It's a cover.
song that was more, yeah. I discovered when I was creating the playlist for the episode, I discovered you included that song in other playlists from other episodes that we had, maybe the mixed groups episode.
Oh,
So
yes.
yes, I
Mhm.
discovered that.
Mhm.
Yes, I discovered that I already knew about this song. So yes, Mariel. They were not
Okay.
popular here. They were not popular here at all. But yes, I knew about them because of you.
Oh, okay. Well, one more in your list, Luquitas. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's your turn. It's your turn with Mao.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, I gotta listen to Brian McKnight's album because I never did. He was
Okay.
very popular here in Brazil, but I never tried the whole thing. But my first album for Mao, I'm gonna talk about Leila Moreno. That is a Brazilian singer, an R&B singer, and pop. I presented Leila to Mao a while ago, but this
Yes.
album that is my favorite, the name is Censurado. I'm gonna show you guys here. Actually,
Oh, you have the album there.
I wanna give one to Mao as a birthday gift.
Oh,
This
friend.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Because the album is so good. Well,
Okay, spoiler.
was-
Yes.
yes. Yeah.
I
Spoiler
chose
alert.
because
Yeah.
this was the one I think is Brazilian, and I think Mao is gonna like it. So let's hear your thoughts, Mao.
Okay, well, friends, for me it was not difficult to hear this album because it's very R&B and it's in Portuguese, and Portuguese is a language that I really love. When I have the opportunity to be in Brazil with my friend, I love to hear his voice speaking in his language because it's very beautiful to hear, and I know Mario thinks the same. It's a very beautiful language, and oh yes, friend, I love it. And well, I knew about her because of you, of course, about Leila. And I remember that you suggest Se Rolar, that I think was one of the singles of the album.
Yes.
And I included that song actually in a playlist that I have that is called Brazilian R&B. But now that I had the opportunity to listen to the whole album, it was very different because it was difficult to listen at first because it's very long. But Lucas
Yes.
told me like a lot of interludes in the album, like talking and stuff like that. They are not songs because it's 30 tracks, so it was very long. So
30.
I spent
Yeah,
30, but a lot of these tracks are interludes, just
yeah,
talking, she's talking, or people talking.
yeah.
So, but anyway, I spent the whole weekend, the birthday weekend, the weekend of my birthday, to listen to the album because I wanted to be very focused listening to the album and very like listening, real listening. And I discovered a lot of songs that I really love. I really love, and I was like breaking the rules in a way because when I listened to Por Mais Que Eu, I was like, "Hello, friend, what is this?" And
Yeah,
I
he gave a
listened
spoiler.
to the
Yes.
song. Yes, I listened to the song a lot, because I loved the song so much. I was like repeating the song, replay, because I love the song. The whole, I don't like so much long albums when this kind of albums has a lot of songs, because for me it's very like overwhelming to hear an album like that. But this album it's pretty rich in different kind of ways, because it's very cool when you are listening to an album and it's not only songs, but it's also this kind of interludes. It's
Yeah.
very cool.
Like
And
a
in these
story.
interludes, just yes, like a story. So I perceive the album like that, like it's a whole story that she is talking about different kind of things, like romantic things and life and different kind of stuff. So my favorite by far was Por Mais Que Eu. I also love Acabou and Desapareza were my favorites. And I can remember what is the title that there is a cover of Ceci Peniston finally.
Oh, let me see.
I don't know
Uh,
if it's the same. No, I can't remember. But
uh,
the cover of Finally by Ceci Peniston is very good
yes.
too. Yes, I love Layla's voice. I love actually Layla's appearance is very beautiful. Lucas had the opportunity to meet her once.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yes. So it was very good.
it was a
He shared with
surprise.
me this
Yes.
moment. It was a surprise. Actually, we in one opportunity that I was in Sao Paulo, we went to the place,
Yes, yes. It is a
right, friend?
famous bakery that we have here in São Paulo. That is 24/7, is always open. And I met her at like 2 a.m. in this place.
wow.
It was really a surprise because I saw her in the Bodyguard musical a few weeks before that, and I didn't have the chance to take a picture with her. So this was the moment. It was very, very cool. Yes, she's amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah, so for me was a very good album, and I enjoyed it so much. It's very R&B, so it was
Yeah,
easy for me to listen because it was very good.
yeah, cool. I'm happy. What's your rate from 1 to 5?
Okay, from 1 to 5, I give this album 4 and 5 over 5. I like it so much. I think maybe it's not a disadvantage, but something that is not good for me is very long. That's the only thing that
I
I
agree.
see is not positive. But I can understand why she decided to release the album like that, because it's like a story, a whole story. Is her debut, friend?
No, this is the second one.
The
Uh,
second. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
and it's my favorite by her for sure. I think it's well produced and better than the others.
Okay, because I think sophomores albums are the best from any artist.
Yeah,
Because yes, because when an artist release a debut, there are things that maybe they can improve. But in the sophomore album, they are more mature. They know
yeah,
what they want. So yes, it's clear that it's the sophomore album because it's very good.
yeah. It's the next level for her for sure.
Yes, for sure. And now I'm curious about to listen to her debut.
Yeah, it's also available now on streaming. The 30 album
Okay.
is not available, but I can share with you. It's very hip hop like. There's samples of Pussycat Dolls, Daddy Yankee,
Okay.
is very cool. It's actually very cool album.
Okay. I'm dying to hear more about Layla.
I gotta listen because I didn't know about this one, so I have
Yeah, I
homework.
think you're going to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so Mal.
Me for you. Well, mi Mariel, I selected an album by a girl that I really like and a girl that I knew about her so much time ago when I was more involved in CCM music, and it's Kiara Sheard. In that moment, she was known by Kiara Kiki Sheard,
Mhm.
and it's like a gospel R&B artist. I like her so much. Actually, it's a shame because I don't have the physical CD I wanted so much. And yes, it's a gospel urban R&B singer. So let me know your thoughts. I think maybe you like it because it's very similar to other artists like in the mainstream scene.
Yes, Mima. First of all, shout out to Adrian if he wants to find that album for Mau. Maybe he can.
Uh,
If there's
yeah, I
someone
know.
that can, is Adrian for sure.
Yeah, he
And
finds
actually, I'm not sure if maybe he already bought it for me.
he finds everything. Well,
Yes,
Probably.
because yeah,
He's the
he's
best.
like our
This is
guy
Adrian.
here.
yeah.
This is Adrian.
Ah,
Okay, Mimo.
he got it for you.
I
He
think
just
I
said,
already got it.
Yes,
Right?
yes. I think he already got it for me.
Well, now you there you go. Okay, Mimo. Well, out of the three albums that you sent to me, this one was my favorite.
Okay.
So for
I
me,
I knew it.
um,
Sorry, the name of the album is I Owe You.
I owe you.
It's
Yes.
her debut. Yes.
I loved it from the beginning because the very first song, let me just recall the name because I don't remember everything sometimes. Um
You don't
where is
know.
it? You don't know. You don't know.
Yes, that is actually the only single on the album.
Yes, I liked it. I was like, okay, this is gonna be cool because it has this, this R&B, fun hip hop style, and then mixed with some gospel. It's like going into one of those churches that you see in movies where
yeah.
everybody's like, yeah, baby, yeah. So I felt like that. Um, I liked like 90% of the album. There was only one song. I think it was Praise Offering, where she does like
Okay.
some kind of voice, and I'm like, what is this? But the rest, I think that's the one. But I love one called Closer, and
Yeah.
So Long was my favorite. So Long was
Okay.
so cool. I
Okay.
loved it.
Okay.
And this album, I really wasn't expecting this, but because I think you once told me about her, Mal, but I don't remember if I listened to
Okay.
one song or not. But I did like it.
I
I
wanted
find
I wanted to know, me Mariel, if you knew about Kiki before.
I think I do remember seeing the cover of the album because of you, Mal, but I do not
Oh, okay.
remember
Okay.
if I
Okay.
ever listened to her. So
Okay.
um, I liked it. It was cool. I kind of felt it similar to other CCM R&B artists, such as probably
Mary
um,
Mary.
I don't know who Mary Mary is.
Oh,
I
okay.
know,
Yeah. Leave the
but
shackles
oh
on
no no
my
no
feet
no!
so I can dance.
I already had it. Oh, we made it this far, but there's no turning back. Out of Eden. I'm sorry,
Out
Out
of
of Eden.
Eden. Yes.
Kind of Out of Eden. Cece Peniston. Now that you mentioned her, Mal,
Okay,
it's
okay, okay.
more into the and Yolanda Adams gave me a lot of
Ah,
Yolanda
Yolanda Adams.
Adams
So
vibes.
yes,
So it
yes,
was
yes,
really
yes.
good. It was sweet. I liked it because I like CCM music. So um,
Yes.
yes, Adrian. I don't know who Mary Mary is. Sorry. somebody's already, like, oh my god. It was really cool. Now this one is the one I like the most, and my ranking is a 4 out of 5. So yay, thank you so much for this
No,
share.
thank you so much. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. Thank you, mi Maria. No, I'm so gladly surprised because of the score, because it's a very good album. And when I was with you, was so difficult because you know a lot of music and a lot of underground music, because you know the queen of underground music. So for me, it was so difficult try to find an album that you never heard in the past. So in that moment I knew that okay, I have to go in the R&B lane or in the gospel lane and try to find an artist that is not in your scopes in Las FM. So it's so good that you like it, mi Mario, because it's one of my favorite gospel female singers. So amazing. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, Mimao. Thank you. I really enjoyed it. Um, Luquitas, have you ever heard of it?
No, I don't think so. At least.
Mm.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, I don't think so either. So I'm gonna share with you the
Yeah,
song, friend.
because
You don't
my
know.
my CCM word is more pop. I don't know much of gospel, real gospel,
Yeah, and she's
church.
more gospel. Yes, she's more
But I'm sure
urban gospel.
I'm sure you're gonna like it, Luquitas. It's not
Yeah.
boring or anything like that, so it's gonna be cool for you.
Okay,
Um,
I'm gonna try.
okay, next choice. Somehow
You.
I chose yeah, two albums that were one of my most played albums. The next one was my most played album of 2022 or 2021. And this one is Wandering Soul by Hyrie, which is a group made in Hawaii. He was formed in Hawaii. The girl, whose name is Patricia, she is the only female singer in the group. She was born in the Philippines and then moved to Hawaii and then to Italy. And she has like a lot of places that she's been through in her life. And that's why this album is called Wandering Soul, because she's been
Mm,
everywhere. Um, sorry.
I like
This
the
album,
name of the album, like Alma
yeah,
Errante.
Almarante, yeah, yes, yes, Mimo. It was her second. This is her second. Their second studio album. I don't know why I love it so much, but I think I have some kind of connection with the album. There are some songs that I feel so connected with. Not the one called "Don't Take My Ganja." I don't smoke ganja, but somehow I love that song. But somehow I love the vibes of that song. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't smoke pot, no, or any drug. So, but my favorite song from that album is called "You Are Not Alone."
mhm.
Yeah, you're not alone. Yeah, you won't be alone. That song, she wrote it for her daughter,
Oh,
and I think about my girl too when I listen
yeah,
to it.
cute.
So I am really, really curious to know your thoughts, Lucas, because I know this isn't the typical bubblegum album that I would recommend. This is completely different. This is reggae, R&B, some pop, some hip hop.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really curious.
Okay. First of all, I love reggae music. I listen a lot. I had a moment when I was a teenager that I was only listening to reggae music when I was 16. And so I feel very connected to that type of music. I don't have a religion. I don't follow anything, but it is, some people think I talk about Jah as a joke. Maybe it is, but every time I'm gonna talk about God, I say Jah, like praise Jah and everything, because the Rastafari culture is the one that makes me feel more connected, and I think it's genuinely beautiful. So I really love reggae music, and this album, I gotta say for now, that is my favorite from the ones you sent me. Um, from track one, her voice is amazing. And maybe we are crazy in this podcast, I don't know, but her voice reminds me a lot of who? Stacey Rico again.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yes. Friend,
interesting. Yes.
you gotta listen to some songs. I could imagine the songs being on Beautiful Awakening or with Stacey Rico singing. Is there's something in her voice that reminds me a lot of Stace, which helps a lot for me to like the album. So the track one, I was like, okay, this is good. But when the track two starts, that is Good Vibration, I
Hmm.
was like, oh, this is good. I was working, listening, and I realized I was closing my eyes like all the time with the song. I
Hmm.
was so listening, and there's a guy singing with her. When he
Yeah.
starts to singing, was another explosion to me. Like, especially with the lyrics, he was singing so many beautiful things. I really love it. After that, I think the album uh, is a little bit more chill. Like there's nothing really different or anything. So I was like, okay, I'm listening. It's cool and everything. And then I think the album come back with the song Bonfire. Uh, that is more energetic and there's a lot of 80s reggae music influence. I can
Hmm.
feel the 80s vibe in the song. So I was okay, I'm alive again. This is really good. And I love pretty much everything. And my favorite song is Queen.
Oh, love
I
it.
think,
Yes.
yeah, I think from all the tracks is the one that has more pop and catchy melody. And
Hmm.
the way she sings is more pop and with the voice and the reggae roots all mixed up was like perfection. So I really love Queen, and overall, I love the album. I want to listen more about this group and this album in particular. I feel like it's an album that I'm gonna repeat very easily. Like I could listen any day.
Oh,
It's really good.
Luquitas, I'm so glad to hear that. I was really nervous with this one because I was like, I don't know if Lucas is into some kind of reggae.
Mhm.
Will he like it? What's he gonna think?
Yeah.
Because I don't do drugs or anything, and this girl is talking about
No,
don't
that
take my
never crossed my
ganja.
mind. Don't
No,
worry.
no, no. But
No.
that song in particular, "Don't Take My Ganja," has a lot of jazz influence. I love it. Um, and
Mhm.
her the rest of their discography is pretty cool. So you're not going to be disappointed. It's a very underrated group. People should know more
Mhm.
about. Um, Here, Joaquin is saying, Hyrie really is to burn your fingers and travel your mind. I like the album, but I don't consume anything and I don't believe in Jah. Me neither.
Okay.
So, but I mean, you don't have to believe in anything or consume
Yeah.
drugs to like it. So,
Yeah.
No.
um,
But guy, Jah is Jesus. Is the same person in a different name. So
oh,
you,
I didn't know that. Okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, now we know. And I hope, I think I once sent you, You Won't Be Alone, Mao, once.
Yeah.
I don't
Yes.
And
remember.
Queen. I wanna send Queen to Mao. He gotta listen to
Yes.
this track.
I don't know if you
Okay. Yes.
remember.
Yes. 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 I have to re-listen to the album or to the songs because yeah, I remember that you refer something to me, Mariel, by
Mm-hmm.
them. Actually, I at first I thought it was like Harry was the girl. I didn't know it was a band.
Same. I discovered
So
now.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, she's the one that only comes in the covers, but
Yeah.
the name Hyrie is the entire group because, like I said, her
Okay.
name is Patricia. So,
Okay. Okay.
but yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you should check her out, and if you guys haven't listened to this group, please do. You're gonna be really surprised. And now moving on, Lukingis to Mau.
Oh, it's me. It's me. Oh yeah. I wanna talk now about the Veronicas. That is one of my favorite duos ever. In this album, The Secret Life of Veronica's, this one, that is so important to me because this was a huge part of my teenager days, and this was the album that I used to go to school listening in my Discman. So I was on the bus
Okay.
all the time listening to
The
those
same,
tracks.
the same frame, the same that you have in your hands.
Yes, it's the same.
It's the
Oh,
same. Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's very special to me, and I have so many memories. And 2005 wasn't a year in music that kind of reinforced to me the kind of music that I want to do, like more pop rock and everything. So the Veronicas and all those girls, especially, I was very influenced by the girls. Made me want to sing songs like that. So I was very surprised to see that you never heard this album before. You only had one Scrubble by When It All Falls Apart. That is not my
Yeah.
favorite by the album, by the way. Yeah. So I understand that this is more me than you, but I'm curious to know your thoughts because I know you like Lindsay Lohan and Hilary Duff and everything, and it's not that different. So bring it on.
Yes, friend. I think the reason that I don't like the Veronicas, well, I don't hate them, but I don't like them, is because they were not popular in that time here in Colombia,
Oh, okay.
or I didn't know about them like only for Untouched, that is from 1 year,
2007.
2007. Yes. So in that moment in my life, I didn't know. Ah, so this album is previous.
Yeah, this is the first one. Yes,
Oh,
2005.
okay. This is the first one. Okay, okay. Now I understand because yes, I never heard about them in the past. Like I only knew about them because of that song "Untouched" because that
Yes.
song was more popular. But talking about this album, I never. So I think that is the reason because I'm sure that if in this moment in time I was listening to the album, I would love it because I love different kind of things that were similar, like Ashley Simpson or Avril Lavigne or Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
Actually, the album is very Hilary Duff. So it was a surprise because I was a little skeptical with the album. I was thinking that I'm gonna hate it. Sorry,
Mhm.
but it was a surprise because it was my second favorite from the
Yeah.
list. My, of course, my number one was the Leila Moreno, and this one was my second favorite. It's very good. I was surprised by the voices of the girls. The girls have very good voices, very good
Yes.
voices. In some songs, they can listen, they can sing very good, like harmonizing and doing stuff
Mhm.
like that. Of course, maybe it's not my favorite kind of voice in a girl. Like, of course, it's not soul, it's not R&B of this kind of voice that I really like. But the girls have really good voices, like very sweet in a way, and in other song very strong. I don't know. There is one of the girls that is singing very loud, and the other is doing the harmonies. I think they
Yes.
are good in their voices. And talking
Mhm.
about the album, yes, it's very from that time in music, because it's very Hilary Duff, it's very Ashley Simpson, this kind of pop rock. They are from Australia. I know that, and I know in Australia they were very famous. They were very very
Yes.
famous in that moment, very popular. And I found two favorites. I know one you love, that is "Leave Me Alone." Was one of my favorites, and I know you like this song because I was like stalking your last FM to know, like to have a reference. And the other one that I was like listening more was Mouth Shut.
Oh, that is a
I
surprise for
was,
me.
yes, I was like connecting. I was connected in a way with the lyrics. So yes,
Yeah,
that
it's so
was the
beautiful.
reason.
Yes.
That was the reason I love this song so much. So yes, it was a surprise. They have very good voices. The album is well produced, of course, and it was perfect for the time. I think it's a shame they were not so popular as they deserve because they are very good and
Yes.
they work it perfectly for the moment. For that moment, they were perfect, like pop rock and girls and with this
Yeah.
voice.
And Max
actually.
Martin was the producer, so
Oh, okay, okay,
Hmm.
okay, okay. The king, the Midas
forever.
king, the
Yes, it's
King
forever.
Midas, yes, of pop
Okay.
music.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a
So
nice
yes,
reference, Mal.
so
Hmm.
what from Mario?
The King Midas.
The King
Yes.
Midas. I was thinking like is King Midas, is King Midas. I think in English is King Midas.
Midas,
Yes,
yeah. So
Yeah.
he is the
everybody
king.
In
understands.
Yes,
Portuguese is Midas.
yes.
Yes. Yes. We
Okay,
get it.
yes, he is the King Midas of pop music. So yes, I understand why the album is so well produced. So yes.
Adrian, Adrian's telling me he got this album for me too. Yes, friend, but in this case, is that other plan that we have? I already have it. So, but thank you so much.
Okay, okay,
And
okay, okay.
what is the score for this, Mal?
Okay, to be fair, it's difficult because talking about my personal taste maybe it's not my favorite, but talking about production, voices, and everything, I have to be very fair with the album. So for me, it's 4-1. Oh, yes,
Okay,
4-1/5. Yes.
great.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mal. Thank you for
Yeah.
listening. It's so important to me.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
the,
no, friend. It was a
this is
pleasure.
the point. This is the point of this kind of
Yes.
Of
episodes
this episode. Yeah.
that we get to know more about our personal tastes and understand why
Yeah.
each one of us loves specific artists. So I
It's
think this was a
part of
cool.
our story. Yes.
Yeah, I think this was a cool subject.
Yes. And actually, yes, and actually, that is the perfection of this episode because, for example, you can play for us like Metamorphosis by Hilary Duff, and the three of us love it,
Mm-hmm.
or the Sergio Rico album, or I don't know, Britney Spears, or there are a lot of albums that we love, that the three of us love, and we're gonna be thrilled listening to the album, the three of us in the same moment. But there are
Yes.
another albums that each one of us love. So it's great to know like the
Yeah.
similarities between us, but the difference between us.
That's awesome.
Yes.
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 We
That's
are
so
not the same.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
my last
Now.
one for Mariel, yes, my last one for Mariel was this is an album actually not this is not from the 2000. Actually, it's very is very new. The album is like I think it's from 2022 or 2023. Let me see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
this and the album is Capri Songs by FKA Twins. She is British singer, very alternative because she mixes different kind of style, like alternative R&B with some hip hop, but with some electro pop, and it's very interesting to listen because this is something that, for example, in her appearance is very like it is something that you see and you feel like a little awkward seeing because her look is very I don't know how to express it in English, but impactante, like it's impact, like you feel impacted by her. So
Yeah.
I want, but she has different ingredients and different elements of a pop singer. So I want to know. It's from 2022. It's Capri Songs by FKA Twigs. Let me know your thoughts, mi Mario.
My face says it all.
Okay, you didn't like it.
Mao, I was like, what is this? Because when I saw the cover, like you just mentioned, when I saw the picture on Spotify, and I was like, what is this? Who is this? Why is Mao sending me this? Because it's not you, like not so much like the things you like. But I was like, okay, let's play it. I listened to it yesterday. Was my final album. Um, good lord. Um, I didn't like it, Mimao. I
Okay.
didn't connect with it. I got a little. I think that what annoyed me the most was her voice. Was like,
Okay.
So I was like, this is
Yes.
going to be the whole thing. So
Yes.
her voice annoyed me. I mean,
Okay.
something
I
similar
don't know
happened.
if you know Kate Bush.
Yes.
It's very Kate Bush. Like it's like an alternative R&B Kate Bush.
For me, she sounded a little similar to Tinashe.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Yes.
because they do the same kind of voice, like, but I was like, why isn't she singing more loudly? I mean, is she trying to do like a baby voice or something? So I think that's what kind of annoyed me the most. And
Okay. Okay. Okay.
so many interludes. I was like, okay, I don't know why. If somebody can explain to me why are interludes in your albums,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, why? I hate it when artists
I,
put so many interludes. Like Ashanti does that so much, and I'm so annoyed. Um,
I
but
think because it's because this album is very like very conceptual. Yes, it's
okay,
because of that because this album has a concept, and I think it's because of that. She's trying to be very conceptual.
well maybe. Well, I don't know. But I was listening to the songs. Let me tell you. There's one that I was like, okay, and this one can be the one I like. Um, Tears in the Club
On the club, okay, with
featuring
the
The
weekend,
Weeknd.
yes.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think.
the first. It was the first. Actually, it's my favorite. It was the first single from the album. Actually, it was because of that song. I felt very interested to know about more about FKA because of that song. This song has this crazy vibe for me. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of the album for me was like, okay, let's finish it because I promised I would listen, but I didn't feel connected. I don't know. It wasn't my thing. I'm sorry, Mimo, but I really appreciate you
Okay.
saying.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's
But
okay. I was very curious to know because I, from the beginning, I knew that you were gonna hate it.
from the moment I saw the cover of the album, I was like, okay, I don't know. I don't know if the right word is trashy, but I was
Okay.
like, why is Mao sending me this? Because it's not the kind of music that Mao usually recommends. So, but you never know what you
You
can find.
Yes, you perceive that the album is R&B in a way, or how can you define the genre and music of the album?
Um,
Dangerous question.
yeah,
Okay,
like R&B alternative.
okay, alternative.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
because
that's
it's
what I
like
thought
that.
I would call it. Yeah,
Yes.
but definitely not my favorite. I'm sorry, Mimo, but well, I tried
No,
it,
it's okay.
and well, you never know what to expect with this kind of albums. You may love it or you may hate them.
Yes, it's true.
Hold on a second. ¿Qué pasó?
That's good.
Ahorita
You
regresamos.
know
Yeah.
about FBA Twix, my friend Luquitas?
I don't know if I ever heard, but I heard the name, because the
Yeah.
names are
Okay,
different,
okay.
so got my attention before. But I gotta check my list if I try anything.
I think you don't have any scribblings by her, but I want to know also your opinions about the album,
Yeah,
maybe.
please send me.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, my final two Luquitas. I know this is gonna be weird for most of
Yeah.
you, but for me, it's part of my life, part of my childhood. This is an album that reminds me so much of my dad. Shout out to my daddy Umberto if he's watching. Um, this is an album from 1975. I know, I know, it's not the kind of music we're talking here, but this one was very important for me because I grew up listening to that album. And every time I listen to it, I go back into that time of my life where I didn't have any worries and everything was perfect and I didn't have to worry about, the rent or payments or whatever now that thing that now worries us as adults. But it's an album by an American group called America. Um, One of my favorite groups out there. This album is called Holiday, released in 1975, and it was the first album that was produced by George Martin, who previously produced songs for the Beatles. Um, he decided he liked the concept of America, but he said that they were missing something, and so they talked to George Martin, and so he produced this album. And for me, it's a masterpiece because it's very well produced and songs. There's not a single song I don't like, but I want to know, Luquitas. I know your dad also taught you a lot about music.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you knew who America was. But I didn't see any scrubblings on your last FM, and I was really, really curious to send it to you and know your thoughts. So go ahead.
Okay. First of all, yes, my dad loves this band. That's why I posted the vinyl
I
today because I
loved
was
it.
yes, I was in his house. So I told him that I was listening to this album. He was actually happy because he tried to make me listen my whole life, and now you did it. So yeah, there's a lot of music that I grew up listening to my dad. That when I was younger, I really didn't pay attention. I was like, this is old and everything. And now I can listen with different ears and actually like it. But this album, now that you mentioned that the guy that produced Beatles was part of it, makes a lot of sense. Because sometimes I was listening and thinking about them. But let's start. In the first track, I wanna kill Marielle. This is sound boring.
It's a small interlude. It's a small intro.
Yes, I was like, I hope it gets better, but it started. But actually, the album was kind of growing. Each track for me was sounding better. Like another try was a song that I was like, okay, this one is good. I like it. I feel like resonates a lot of the 60s in the album. I was expecting something more different, to be honest, like more aggressive maybe, but I feel like there's a lot of 60s is still involved in this production. Very sweet, kind of naive, innocent in some sense, which I understand now why you as a kid can like some songs. There's a song let me see if I have the name here. Um, what does it matter? Uh,
What does
yes,
it matter to me? Yeah.
yeah. It's not my favorite, not my type of music, but is a song that I can see kids paying attention. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of bubbly and like this. So I was kind of into this album until Mad Dog. This track totally lost me. Is my
Mm.
least favorite.
That's a fun
And
song.
yeah, I think the whole fun thing kind of disappointed me because I was expecting something more aggressive. But there's a little bit of is a little bit melancholic in a way. Some tracks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this part I like it, and the song "You" has trumpets in this track, and
Yes.
for some reason I don't know. Since I'm a kid, this instrument in songs uh, sounds kind of celestial to me. I always imagine something with angels. I don't know,
Fat
something like this.
Angels playing. Yeah, I know.
Yes, like heaven. I don't know. So, so I really like it. This one and the song "Old Man."
Old Man
Old,
Took. Oh,
Old Man
uh,
Tooks.
love that song.
These ones, this one at the beginning sounds could be like a current song. Like the way he plays the guitar and everything sounds fresh, still very fresh, even now. And I think the way he sings this one is more clear because I can perceive a lot of harmonizings and kind of Bee Gees type of singing in some
Yeah.
songs, like more high. In this
Mm-hmm.
one, for me, was more clear. Like I think it's probably my favorite. So
Oh,
yeah, it's cool. So what was good to listen. I was a little disappointed because I was expecting more for being such an amazing band and iconic,
mhm.
but it was not bad at all. Like it's not my least favorite. I give like 3.5 for this.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's very good, Luquitas, because I know you are not into this kind of old music from the
Yeah,
70s and so. And for you giving it a try, it's a point up for me because I know how at
yeah,
times challenging it can be. Um, but yeah, America, for those who think America is a rock band, think again. They're like pop for sure.
yeah.
So
I realize
they
now.
they do mix guitars and stuff, but their sound is definitely more pop. And what I like the most about this band is that the three of them, uh, rest in peace, Dan Peak, um, used to sing one song each. So they all had the
Oh.
chance to. Old Man Took is the one that you mentioned is my second favorite from the album after Tin Man. Um, Old Man Took was is also written and sung by Dewey Bunnell, who sings Tin Man 2.
Okay, that's why it
And
sounds
another,
different. The vocals.
yeah,
Okay, I get it
another
now.
try is by Jerry Beckley, and Lonely People is by Dan Peak, and so they are
Mhm.
mixing each other. And so that's what I like about them, that not only one sings. I mean, the three of them sing,
Yeah,
and all the three of them get to write and stuff, and play
makes
their
sense
own.
now. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And
So,
I remember the cover of the greatest hits so much of when I
yeah,
was a little that is kind of a house with their faces and everything. I
in
remember,
white. Yeah,
yeah, the white one. I remember as a kid, I liked to see that picture. It's very beautiful for me as
yeah.
a kid. But it was the first time listening, so thank you.
Well, it was great that you gave it a try, and maybe I can recommend you some other songs by them.
Yeah. It's cool to understand actually more from the past because like there's bands from the 90s that I love, like Travis, that
Mhm.
I now feel that maybe they were influenced by America, because
Yeah.
there's some similar things. So anyway, it's really good to know more about it.
Yes. Thank you, Luquitas. I don't know if Mao has ever heard of them or.
Yeah, Tin Man, because it's like a very popular song.
Yeah, that was really popular back then. Number four on the charts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is the only song that I have in my mind by America. Maybe I know
Oh.
more, but maybe I don't know the songs are by them.
Yeah.
You definitely have to know A Horse with No Name. That song is like one
Mm,
of the most popular
maybe, me
songs
Marian.
of
Yes.
them. And Ventura Highway has this
Okay, okay, okay.
is the song that Janet Jackson used for her
Oh,
someone to call my lover. She used the
yes,
background
yes, yes, yes.
for that
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah, yeah. I know
America.
that song too. Okay, okay. Now that you mentioned that, yes, I know the song.
Yeah. Well, you should listen to them too, Mimao. I will send you
Of
some songs.
course.
And
Okay, of
now
course.
to finish, Luquitas'
Lucky.
final album for Mao.
I'm back. I had to burp. uh
Okay.
okay, the last one. Now that I know that is your least favorite, this party is turning into a funeral. But uh, let's talk about Hayley Kiyoko. This girl came from Disney. Actually, she was part of a girl group before the Stunners, with Tinashe.
With Tinashe.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, then she acted a little bit on Wizards of Waverly Place with Selena Gomez, and then she
Oh,
was part of Lemonade Mouth with Bridget Mendler and Naomi Scott that I really love. So I always kind of like it, Hayley Kiyoko, but I think she's an artist that once she was truth to herself and came out as a lesbian, her music changed 100% because she starts to be more real in the lyrics, writing her own lyrics and the music videos are directed by her, all from stories that she really experienced, and this is something that I really admire in an artist. And listen to her album. There's a song with Kelani, and the single
Yes.
"Curious" that is my favorite. I was thinking, maybe Mao can kind of like it, and I was surprised that you never heard anything by her before. It was zero scrolls. So I chose the album Expectations. I was divided, turned between Panorama and this one. Maybe I I chose wrong. I don't
Made a
know.
bad decision. Yes.
Yeah. But I'm here to listen, friend. Go ahead.
Yes, friend. I had a huge, like, high expectations about the album. I was ready
Expectations,
to
yes.
hear. Yes, actually, yes, expectations, like the album is named. And yes, I was expecting something different. To be honest, I don't know why, but it was my last on the albums that you selected for me. It was the last one, and actually, I listened to the album today to be like very fresh in my mind, to have it very fresh in my mind, and I it was very difficult, almost impossible to connect with the album. This album is from 2018, right?
2018, yes.
Yes. In this moment in music, I like a lot of songs that come from that year, actually, and I perceive this kind of vibe from this album and this kind of musicalization of in this one. Very, like, in this moment in time, a lot of good songs were released, but I don't know what happened. It was like I was trying to connect with the album so much, but some songs for me were very similar to the other. When I saw Kelani is one of my favorites recent artists. I love Kelani. So when I was listening to the song with Kelani, I was expecting more. Like Kelani's voice, I like it so much, but I was like, the song is not so good. Sorry, and it was so weird because I love Kelani. Now I understand why the collaboration with her. I didn't know she was lesbian. So
Yeah.
now I understand because Kelani is bi. So I
Yes.
understand the collaboration.
Yeah, there's a
But
music video, I think, both together. Yes.
okay. Now I understand the lyrics and everything. But no, it was not my album, friend. Sorry.
Okay.
No, it was impossible for me to select a song. Maybe a sleepover was good, not so good, but yes, maybe like it in a way. But the other ones, no. I was like trying very hard to like the album, but it was
Okay.
not possible for me. Yes, even the Keran's collaboration was not like the top of the
It's
songs for
okay.
me.
To be honest,
Yeah.
friend, overall is not my favorite album either. I was actually curious to know if you would like the songs that I don't in the album, because for me they would be more like Kelani. So I
Yes.
was, maybe Ma will like the songs that I don't in this album, and I gotta say that I totally respect your opinion. But if you don't like the song "Curious," you are listening wrong.
Friend,
Only
now
this song,
now
friend. Give another try to this one. Only this one, please. The
okay,
rest
okay.
forget.
Because yes, because I was seeing the scribblings, and yes, but maybe didn't catch my attention when I was
Yeah.
listening. Because, for example, when I was in the shower when I was listening to Veronicas, and I had to go out of the shower to know what was the song. In the case of Mouth Shut, because I was like, "Oh, this song is so good."
Yes,
But in
yes.
this case, I was listening or maybe I have to re-listen, and maybe I start loving this song because no, friend, it was not
No.
possible like to connect with any song.
Just,
This artist, this Hayley Kiyoko, reminds me so much to Bebe Rexha and Tia Mia and these artists. that were popular in that moment. But
Yeah.
even with Bebe Rexha or Pia Mia or Sarah Larson, I like them better than
Yeah.
this girl. But yes, I have to re-listen to this song.
Watch the music video for Curious, and I never talk about it
Okay.
again in your life. I promise.
No, now I'm curious to listen to Panorama. Maybe it's different. Maybe I'm gonna like it more. I don't know.
I don't want to put my expectations so high anymore.
I don't know what happened. But for example, because I was making this comparison to Hailey Kiyoko to Pia Mia, I'm not crazy about. I don't know if you know who is Pia Mia.
Yes, and I hate it.
Okay, she is very. For me, she's very similar to Pia Mia.
Okay.
Mm. Well, that's the point of this type of episodes to
Yes.
of these tasks more than this homework to know maybe you have an idea, maybe he's gonna love it and he hates it, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe she's gonna hate it and she loves it, so you never know.
Actually,
Yeah.
this is a good moment for me to share something with people watching because happened a lot in the past seasons that I said here. Oh, I hate someone. I hate this song. I hate this girl. Like Cassie Bataglia is this the name of the girl? I don't remember. I was
Casey?
like, I don't like anything by her. And in the same week, I was addicted to a song by her. So,
It
so
happens.
it can change. So that's it. Maybe
Yes,
we can
yes, yes.
revisit the episodes again and understand what happened.
Yeah, your taste can change, can vary. I mean, we are
Actually,
growing, so
Actually, it's very weird that you don't like Casey Battaglia because she's very bubblegum.
yeah.
Like Paradise is very bubblegum.
But yeah, but I still don't like Paradise. Is another song that I like Somebody's Girl, Anybody's Girl,
I'm
Just a
not
Girl.
anybody's girl.
This one, yes.
Oh, okay. And Maria love Casey. So
Yes, I do. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's weird, but you never know. I mean, like people can hate something everybody else loves, and I mean, you
Yeah.
never know.
And
So that's
change and change, yeah. People who thinks change. It's a fact.
yes,
yeah, and it's
yes.
okay to sometimes say I used to hate it, but now I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
because we all grow up, and
It
maybe
happens.
our
Yeah,
tastes
yeah.
change.
Yes, you are more open to listen different kind of music.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. So, well, that's the point of this episode. I hope you
Yes.
guys have enjoyed it. I want to give a big shout out to all of our followers. Adrian, obviously, Joaquin, who is here. I don't know who Music Memories is, but hello to
But
you.
welcome.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Music memories.
I don't know if they're watching, but my friend Francesca, who is now one of our biggest followers, she says that when she's working, she plays our podcast too.
Oh.
And I'm
So-
like, oh, that's so cool. And she's like, I love listening to you guys while
Listen to
working.
her.
Send you a lot of love to Francesca.
Yes,
Francesca.
all the way from Arkansas. So we have people from everywhere.
Yeah.
And I want a big shout out to my friend and also our follower, Norman or Ellison. He uses both names. From Belize.
Bates?
From Belize. Yeah, Norman Bates, yes.
Yes, yeah. It's a man or a girl? Sorry?
It's a boy.
It's a boy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, because I was like, Allison, like, yes. He sent me a very beautiful message because of my birthday. So thank you, Norma, so much. Thank you so much.
I want to give him a big shout out, and well, I'm gonna announce it here. I'm going to Belize in February, so we are going to meet.
Oh, that's really cool, mi Mariel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I already told him, and well, he said we were going to meet because I'm going to arrive at the same island that he lives in.
Perfect.
So
That's
great.
pretty nice, mi Mariel. Great.
yes, I'm so excited because I always love connecting with other people that follows us.
Yes.
And that shares the same passion for music like we do. So
Totally.
now this is going to be the time to meet Norman or Ellison. He loves both names. So I wanted to announce it through here because I'm really excited. But it's 6 months away. But
Yes,
anyway,
it's
Great.
gonna be very amazing, Mariel.
Yeah, I'm
Congratulations.
sure. Yes. Enjoy
yeah.
it so much.
Enjoy it so
Yes,
much.
thank you.
Yes.
I don't know Belize, so it's a neighboring country to Mexico, but I've never been there, so it's gonna be fun.
Great,
Yeah.
Mariel. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Beautiful island, actually.
yes, guys, thank you, and thank you, Adrian. He says have fun. Thank you. And I will obviously keep you updated on that. And once me and Norman meet, we will be, doing some live or something. So
Of course.
um,
Yes.
it's gonna be
Of
really
course,
cool.
yes.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I'm really hoping to do part two, where now Mao can recommend Lucas. I
Yeah.
can recommend Mao and Lucas to me.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a fun thing to do now,
Yeah. I, th-
changing
I,
the
I think it's
scenario.
better for you, Mariel, to listen to the Veronicas before that happens, because I saw that you don't have any. You have one Scrabble by then too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to promise.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want to add, Mimao?
The playlist for this episode is ready. I'm gonna share it with you guys. I selected the singles from the albums, like the most important song for each album that we talk about today. So thank you so much thank you so much the audience. You are the best. Thank you, Adri. Thank you, Joaquin. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, our new friends. Thank you, Music Memories. Thank you so much for being here. Please share the episode. Give us a big thumb. Subscribe, please. You don't know, we are growing, and you are witness of that, like Adrian, Joaquin, the people that is following us for the very
Yeah. From the
beginning, that
beginning.
we are growing little by little, like step by step. But we are like J-Lo, we are real. So so
Shout
we
out to
are we
Rose.
are
Yes.
yes, we are trying to grow like uh, very fair, like not
Organic.
making this
Yes.
kind of tricks. Yes, organic. That was the word I was looking for, friend. Thank you. We are trying to grow very organic, and this is because of you that we are doing what we do. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and we have made great friends through this platform. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else, Lukingis?
I want to say thank you guys for being here. I really enjoy it to listen to that music, and can wait to do that again. I want to say thank you to our friends here. Actually, Mao said that we are growing organic, but the most important thing is to find people that really connects with us,
Connect
that wants to
with
talk
us.
Yes.
about pop music, that are very committed to be here with us every week, like Adrian, like Joaquin, my friend Juan, who sometimes is here with us, and everyone
Yes.
is welcome, but it's all about community, so we are building
Yeah.
friendships, so that's
This
the
is
main thing.
what gives us the best. It's the best gift to make friends
For
like you
us.
guys,
Exactly.
and it's
Yes.
something that we share with all of our hearts. So yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
for
That's
sure.
it.
Well, people, take care. Have a great week, and we'll be seeing you next time.